Hey guys, Eric Scheidel here, the HVAC Service Mentor. Welcome back to the channel. So I thought it might be helpful to show a little demonstration of how to replace the filter media on an Aprilaire 5000 series air cleaner. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Aprilaire 5000, it is hands down one of the best air cleaners around. It is one of the top residential electronic air cleaners that you can get. And one of the interesting things about the Aprilaire 5000 is that it is what is called a polarized media filter, which means that it combines all of the best aspects of an actual paper media filter plus an electronic air cleaner. What it does is it creates an ionizing field, which gives all of the dust particles a particular charge, which causes them to be more attracted to the filter media and also more attracted to one another. So the very fine particles clump together and make it easier for the media to capture them. One of the awesome benefits of the Aprilaire 5000 media is that it has a very low pressure drop, which means that it can flow air fairly freely through it, all the way up to a full 5-ton system through one air filter with very little to no pressure loss as compared to a standard air filter. If you've ever wondered how to replace one of these and wondered what all those weird little parts and pieces do, stick around. I'm going to show you how it's done. We may have just discovered the source of our airflow restriction. Look at that. That's been a little while. I think we need to change that. So I vacuumed off the big grate. This is an Aprilaire 5000 air filter, which is what is known as a polarized media air cleaner. It's very, very, very effective, as you can see. Here's a replacement media, and the replacement media has this kind of electrically conductive coating on the edges of this edge. And that is part of what causes it to be a polarizing media, along with these ionizing wires that are up front. This is a combination between a electronic air cleaner and a media filter. In fact, it's an electronic media filter. Let's go ahead and get this thing changed out. First, the combs. Carefully, don't break those guys, especially these ends right here. There it is. Pretty dirty. Go ahead and put that guy back in his box. Let's get that vacuumed up out of there. Grab a brush. sure these wires are clean as well. Just enough to knock the dust off of them. Kind of like a banjo. Pretty out of tune banjo. Missed a couple spots here and there. Doesn't have to be clean enough to eat off of, but definitely don't want it filthy. Generally on these I try to avoid messing with the pink insulation on the sides because it just gets torn up. And honestly, a little dirt in that insulation isn't going anywhere, isn't going to hurt anybody. Now this is the tricky part, just to get this whole thing to line up right. A couple little tabs over here. This folds back over. Now the key in replacing one of these is get nice even spacing in the pleats. And a good way to do that is to just take the edge and just slide it over like that. And that flap flips back down. Now before I put the edges back up, I want to put the combs in, because these pleats need to slide around a little bit and get spaced out by the combs so that they can arrive in their proper locations, be spaced properly. This is the trickier part here. Here we are. Ooh, I bunched it up. There it is. Once one of them is in, you can use it to comb back and forth through the rest of them. Make sure you don't have them miss space, so you're not skipping any pleats or doubling any pleats up. And then from there, it's just a simple matter of aligning each subsequent comb with the previous comb, snapping them into position. Has to be snapped in all the way. Last one. Now this side is special. This side has this little mesh that actually has to lift it up so that it lays on top of the pleats like that. That's part of what that conductive coating is for. There we go. You notice this is part of electrical tabs. Alright, let's go ahead and slide this sucker back in.